All right, guys, your lesson for today says to use cubes. We don't have cubes, so I want you guys to get your counters instead and use your counters for this. This one is not a very hard one. We're talking about think addition to subtract. So let's use one that you know that's pretty easy. Let's say 3 minus 2 equals what? Now, you guys already kind of know that, but I want to use that one that you kind of know because it's an easy one to flip around and think addition. So if we were going to say 3 minus 2 equals what? You could also figure that out by saying 2 plus what equals 3. So we're going to be thinking about it that way. Now, I happen to have cubes, which you don't. So what they're saying you could do is to say 3 minus 2 leaves what? And that's true. But you could also think 2 plus what makes 3. Because what they're really wanting you to think about is how addition and subtraction can kind of work together. They're kind of the opposites of each other, but they have all the same parts in them, right? So when we're doing this, we're going to have a strategy of think addition to subtract, because sometimes when you get to a subtraction problem, you go, man, I don't really know that. But if you flip it around into an addition problem, your brain might go, oh, well, I recognize that as addition for sure. So that's what we're starting with today. All right, guys, lesson 4.2, think addition to subtract. So right here we have a little story that right away will help us to figure out what they mean by thinking addition to subtract. So we're going to say Joey has 5 cubes. That's the story that they wrote at the bottom of the page, but we can think 5 counters. And then he realized he needed more. He said he needed more. And so Sarah gave him more, and now he has 12. So imagine a 10 frame here. We're going to use yellow. Now, if you don't have your counters and you're not doing this with me, pause the video, go get your counters and do this with me. All right, so she gives him more, and now he has 12. So we're going to put these out here up to 12 and figure out how many more that is. So see, here's my full 10 now, right? 2 rows of 5, so 10, 11, 12. So now I want to figure out what we added on. So I'm going to count up the yellow ones that we added. 5, 6, 7. Now let's, if you can, see if you can just slide these down. So we're still working with this same set of 12. All right. Now, here's the other one. Joey has 12 cubes right here. He gave Sarah 5 cubes. How many cubes does he have now? Well, obviously you can see it's those same yellow 7. So if we know 5 plus 7 equals 12, that helps us to know 12 minus 5. So really, as we do this lesson, we want to think about how addition and subtraction are connected to each other. Whoops, sorry, switching pages and moving counters. Go ahead and move yours too. So up here in our purple blocks, that helps us to know what we're doing. What is 9 minus 4? To figure that out, we could think 4 plus what is going to give me 9. Well, you guys might already know this. 4 plus 5, right? That's a doubles plus 1 fact. Remember? 4 plus 4 is the same as 8. So 4 plus 4 plus 1 is the same as 9. 4 plus 1 is 5, right? So you know that. So 9 minus 4 is 5. So here what we're going to do on this page is actually do it with counters. On the next page, if you want to do it with fingers or some other tool, you can. This one, I want you to actually use counters. So 6 plus what is the same as 8? Go ahead and put out 6, whoops, red counters, 5, 6. Plus what makes 8? So here's 5, 6, 7, 8. How many yellow ones? We had to add in 2 yellow ones to get to 8. So we can think that the same way. 8 minus the 6 leaves us with 2. What's 8 minus 4? Now, again, this is one you guys probably know right away without even needing to think about it. But let's go ahead and use the counters for extra practice. So here's 4 red ones. And then let's count on up to 8. Ready? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 red ones plus 1, 2, 3, 4 yellow ones. You guys already knew that, right? You know your doubles facts. 4 plus 4 is 8. So 8 minus 4 is 4. 10 minus 4. Oh my goodness, 10's facts are so important. We didn't get a chance to do those a lot this year. We're going to really be practicing them a lot next year. So 4 plus what makes 10? Well, you know, here's our 4 red ones. We're just going to fill up our 10 frame to get to 10, right? So here we have a full row of 5, right? 5, 6. 4 plus 6 equals 10. So 10 minus 4 is 6. 12 minus 6. So let's think. 6 plus what makes 12? Oh, some of you guys might already know this. Here is 6. Now to get 12, I'm going to fill in the rest of my 10 frame, right? And then 2 more. So that gives me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 6 is 12. You guys knew that. That's a doubles fact, right? So 12 minus 6 leaves us with 6. Now, if you have another way to figure these out on this page, you can do that if you want to. I still recommend using counters. You can see this is the same kind of thing. They've just flipped it here so that it's the up and down instead of the across way. So I'm going to do this again using counters. 8 minus 3 is what? So rather than putting out 8 and taking away 3, I'm going to put out 3. And then I'm going to add in the rest to get up to 8. Ready? There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. How many yellow ones did I put out? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 3 plus 5 is 8. So 8 minus 3 is 5. You guys can go ahead and choose your own method for solving 6 and 7. Let's take a look down here at the hot problem. Pause the video and go ahead and do 6 and 7 and then start it again when you're ready to do number 8. Carol can use an addition sentence to write a subtraction sentence. Write a subtraction sentence she can solve using 6 plus 8 equals 14. Now, guys, I just want you to take a look at this previous page real quick. You see 6 plus 6 equals 12, and then the subtraction sentence starts with the 12, the sum. 4 plus 4 equals 8, and then the subtraction sentence starts with the 8. 4 plus 6 equals 10, and then our subtraction sentence here starts with the sum from the addition sentence. So keep that in mind here as we do this one. We're going to start with the sum from the addition sentence. And then if it's a subtraction sentence, the next thing we write is our subtraction symbol, right? See if you can figure the rest of it out from there. Now, an addition sentence Carol can use to help her solve 13 minus 9. Well, do you remember how we did that? Right up here, we had 9 minus 4. And so we were thinking 4 plus what equals 9. So we have different numbers here, but we still we're going to need to know what's going to make 13, right? And then over here, 9, and we're doing an addition sentence, plus what? Go ahead and get your counters or whatever tool you need. Figure out what number should go here. 9 plus what makes that 13? All right. Real world problem solving. 14 cats. 7 are black. The rest are yellow. You could write an addition sentence or a subtraction sentence here to figure this out. Go ahead and figure that out. If you have 14 altogether, 7 are black, the rest are yellow. In fact, you could set up 14 marks like in a 10 frame. Do you see there's the 10 frame? And then for 14, 11, 12, 13, 14, there'd be 4 more. Here's our 14. 7 of them are black. The rest are yellow. How many are yellow? And then write either your addition or your subtraction sentence here. I had some pencils. Ooh, we don't know how many pencils, do we? I gave 4 pencils away. Now, if we're giving some away, are we adding in the in or are we taking them away? Well, we're taking them away, of course. And of course, you give away 4. Now I have 2 pencils. How many did I start with? You guys could try flipping that around to an addition sentence. You can try, here are the pencils you gave away, right? And then after you give some away, you have, after you give 4 away, there are 2 left. So how many did you start with? Go ahead, figure out what number sentence can you write there. Sarah has 8 fewer flowers than Anne. Anne has 16 flowers. How many flowers does Sarah have? So there are several ways you guys can do this. You could try to make marks like in a 10 frame and maybe circle Sarah's. You could put out counters. This is a comparing one, so see what you can do. Figure out how many. And which addition sentence helps you solve 10 minus 7?